Time is our most valuable resource, the one thing we can't buy more of, yet most of us feel like we're constantly running out of it. So today we're going to break down a simple but really powerful framework for taking back control and truly mastering your productivity. Let's dive in.
Yeah, it's that feeling we all know, right? That clock is just ticking, but to-do list seems to get longer and longer, and the pressure just builds. But what if the problem isn't the clock at all? What if it's just how we're looking at it?
Think about this for a second. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you do. We all get the exact same 24 hours in a day. The real game changer isn't how much time people have, it's how they use it. So it's not about fighting the clock, it's about learning how to make that clock work for you. All right, so our first step is to really understand the battlefield. We need to look at the common things that stand between us and making the most of this incredible, equal resource that we all share. So let's meet the two main villains in our story. First up, you've got procrastination, that little whisper that says, I'll do it later. And then you've got its very noisy sidekick, digital distractions, the endless scrolling, the constant pings and notifications that just completely shatter our focus. These two, they are masters at hijacking our best intentions. Now, what's really fascinating here is that procrastination is basically a battle happening inside your own head. See, you've got the planner. That's the part of you that's all about long-term goals and the future. But then you've got the procrastinator, and all it wants is that easy, instant dopamine hit. Just recognizing that this fight is happening is the very first step to winning the battle for your focus. Okay, so we know who the enemy is. Now we need a strategy. Because let's be honest, just trying harder isn't a real plan, is it? We need a solid framework to guide our actions to make sure all that effort is actually getting pointed in the right direction. And here is the first absolutely critical distinction you have to make: understanding urgent versus important. Urgent tasks are loud. They scream for your attention. They're the emails, the notifications, the little fires you have to put out all day. But important tasks? They're quiet. They're the deep work, the planning, the stuff that actually builds the future you want. And they almost never demand your attention right now. And this leads us to the solution, the Eisenhower matrix. It's such a simple but brilliant filter. Look, if a task is important and urgent, you do it, no question. But if it's important and not urgent, and this right here is the golden quadrant, you decide when to schedule it. This is where real progress lives. Now, if something is urgent but not important, try to delegate it. And if it's neither important nor urgent, you delete it. Get it off your plate. So simple, but so incredibly powerful. So once you know what's truly important, you have to define what you're actually aiming for. These vague goals like, I want to be more productive, they just don't work. We need a GPS for our ambitions. And that is exactly what SMART goals are. So instead of a vague goal like, I'm going to get in shape, a SMART goal sounds totally different. It's specific, I will go to the gym. Measurable, I'll go 3 times a week. Achievable, for 45 minutes each session. Relevant, to boost my energy levels. And time-bound, I'll do this for the next 3 months. You see the difference? A fuzzy wish just became a concrete, actionable plan. Okay, so we've got our high-level strategy and our clear direction. Now it's time to zoom all the way in on the daily habits and tools that turn all that planning into reality. And let me tell you, consistency is everything here. You can forget all the complicated apps for a second. The bedrock of real productivity is almost always the simplest habits. The humble to-do list? It might be one of the most powerful tools ever invented. And if you pair that with a quick daily planning ritual, I'm talking just 5 minutes every morning to set your intention for the day, you had built a seriously powerful foundation for focus. All right, now for actually executing on those big items on your to-do list, let's talk about a fantastic tool for managing your focus called the Pomodoro Technique. It is specifically designed to fight off distractions and prevent you from burning out. And the real magic of this whole technique, well, it comes down to just one number: 25. That's it. 25 minutes of focused, totally uninterrupted work. See, it's short enough that your brain doesn't put up a big fight, but it's long enough to actually make some real progress. So here's how this cycle works. It's so simple. You pick one task and you work on it with intense focus for 25 minutes. When that timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break. And I mean a real break. Get up, walk around. After you've done that 4 times, you take a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. This rhythm isn't random at all. It's actually a brilliant truce in that internal battle we talked about. Your inner procrastinator gets its guaranteed reward, the break, so it lets the planner get a short, focused sprint of work done. It's a win-win.
So let's pull all of this together. We've gone from the right mindset to a clear strategy and all the way down to daily action. This is the path. This is how you really start to master your minutes.
Here it is, your three-part system for success. Number one, you need a strategy. So you're going to use the Eisenhower matrix to filter your tasks and work on what matters. Number two, you need direction. So you'll use SMART goals to make your targets crystal clear. And number three, you need action. So you'll use daily tools like planning and the Pomodoro Technique to execute consistently. And all of this brings us to what might be the most important mindset shift of all. You see, highly productive people don't find time. It's like a sculptor doesn't find a statue inside a block of marble. No, they make time. They carve it out deliberately for their priorities using smart systems. It's the ultimate shift from being reactive to your day to being proactive about your life. So I'll just leave you with this question. This doesn't have to be some massive life overhaul. Just pick one thing. Maybe it's just planning your day tomorrow morning. Maybe it's trying one single 25-minute Pomodoro session, or just running one decision through that Eisenhower matrix. So what is it? What's the one small thing you're going to do today to start making time for what truly matters?